Have you noticed subtle but worrying changes in someone you care about over the past year? While many assume that death in old age happens suddenly, the truth is that the body often gives quiet warnings well in advance. These signs can appear months or even a year before the end. Unfortunately, many of these signs are overlooked, as they may seem small at first. Only later, upon reflection, do families realize these clues were there all along, by which time it's too late to prepare or make those precious last memories together. In this video, we'll explore 5 key signs that often appear a year before an elderly person passes away. Some of these may be changes you've noticed but dismissed as part of the aging process. Others may seem minor, but they could be signaling a deeper, gradual decline in health. By recognizing these signs early, you can provide better care, cherish more meaningful moments, and most importantly, ensure that your loved one's final stage of life is filled with dignity, comfort, and peace. Understanding these signs will help you prepare both emotionally and practically for what's ahead. You won't be caught off guard, and you'll be better equipped to make the most of the time you have left. Let's begin with the first sign: significant weight loss. A subtle yet significant indicator that someone may be approaching their final year is unintentional weight loss. This could start with clothes fitting more loosely, a tightening belt, or a decrease in appetite. Many families dismiss this as just a natural part of aging, but it can be an important signal of decline. Unintentional weight loss is often dismissed as a natural part of aging, but it's rarely a good sign. Losing weight without trying can indicate that the body is no longer absorbing nutrients properly, which can result in muscle loss and the slowing down of essential bodily systems. While some muscle loss is expected with age, rapid and unintentional weight loss is a sign that something deeper may be happening. The body might struggle to digest food properly or fail to process protein efficiently, leading to muscle wasting. This muscle loss not only makes movement more challenging, but also increases the risk of falls, weakens the immune system, and leaves the person more susceptible to infections. One of the contributing factors to weight loss in the final years of life is a decrease in appetite. Many older individuals simply don't feel hungry the way they once did. A reduced sense of taste makes food less appealing, and as a result, they may skip meals or eat smaller portions. This shift is more than a matter of preference. It's a physiological change. As the body begins to shut down, it no longer signals the brain to seek food as often, resulting in less energy and gradual health decline. Underlying medical conditions also play a significant role in weight loss. Chronic diseases such as cancer, heart failure, and kidney disease can cause weight loss long before more obvious symptoms appear. Even conditions like depression or cognitive decline can lead to poor eating habits, making it harder for the body to get the nutrition it needs. When families notice significant weight loss in elderly loved ones, they often try to help by encouraging them to eat more, offering their favorite foods, or supplementing meals with protein drinks. However, if weight continues to drop despite these efforts, it's important to understand that the issue may not be diet-related. The body could be preparing for a deeper transition. At this stage, forcing large meals may not be effective. Instead, focusing on comfort foods that are easy to eat and ensuring proper hydration may have a bigger impact on maintaining quality of life. If you notice that an elderly loved one is losing significant weight, eating less, feeling weaker, or struggling to stay active, it's crucial to take note. This isn't just about appearance, it's the body sending a clear message. Understanding this message early on allows you to prepare for what lies ahead with more clarity, compassion, and the ability to make the most of the remaining time together. Another sign to watch for is extreme fatigue and weakness, which often occurs in the final year of life. This isn't just typical tiredness, but deep, persistent exhaustion that doesn't improve with rest. Simple tasks like getting out of bed, walking, or even having a conversation become overwhelming. The body starts to conserve energy as organs slow down and circulation weakens. Metabolic processes also slow, causing the body to redirect energy from movement to preservation. As a result, the individual may sleep more, need longer naps, and feel too drained to do what they once could. As elderly individuals approach the end of life, one of the most noticeable changes is a profound and persistent fatigue that doesn't go away with rest. Simple tasks, like getting out of bed or walking across the room, become exhausting, and many may experience sudden drops in energy, where they seem fine one moment, but completely drained the next. This is not just physical tiredness. It signals the body's shift toward conserving energy as it prepares for its final phase. The emotional toll of this fatigue can be even harder to bear. Many seniors who once took pride in their independence begin feeling frustrated or even embarrassed by their inability to do what they used to. As a result, they may withdraw from social interactions, avoid conversations, or stop engaging in activities they once enjoyed. Not out of apathy, but because they simply lack the energy. This can lead to isolation, making the situation worse and accelerating the decline. For families, seeing a loved one go from being active and engaged to exhausted and withdrawn is painful. It's tempting to believe they should simply push through, but forcing activity isn't helpful. Instead, the most important thing is to understand their limits, allow them time to rest, and focus on making their remaining days as comfortable and fulfilling as possible. If you notice persistent fatigue in a loved one that doesn't improve with rest, it's crucial to recognize it as a sign of their body's transition and take the time to cherish meaningful moments together without expectations. As a person nears the final stages of life, noticeable changes often occur in their cognitive abilities and emotional responses. One common sign is increased cognitive confusion. Individuals who were once sharp and engaged may begin to struggle with memory, lose track of conversations, or become disoriented in familiar environments. They might repeat themselves, forget names, or have difficulty keeping up with daily tasks. These subtle changes can emerge months or even a year before death and go beyond typical forgetfulness. The decline is a result of reduced circulation and oxygen to the brain, which hampers cognitive function, making it difficult to make decisions or recognize familiar people or places. Along with cognitive changes, emotional withdrawal is also common. Those approaching the end of life may lose interest in social interactions and may speak less or avoid engaging in conversations altogether. This isn't a lack of caring, but rather a sign that the brain no longer processes emotions or engages in social settings as it once did. Environments that used to feel comfortable may now feel overwhelming, and the individual may retreat into solitude. Furthermore, mood shifts can be a clear indicator of decline. Some may become more irritable, anxious, or frustrated, while others may seem unusually calm or detached from things they once enjoyed. These changes are not personality shifts, but are the result of the brain adjusting to the body's decline. Recognizing these signs can help families better understand what their loved one is experiencing and provide the support needed during this difficult time. As the body begins its natural decline, one clear sign is a weakened immune system. You may notice that someone who rarely fell ill before now catches every cold or flu, and even minor infections seem to linger much longer than usual. Wounds, such as small cuts or bruises, heal at a slower pace, which is an indication that the body is losing its ability to repair itself effectively. These changes aren't coincidental. They are signs that the body is no longer functioning as it once did. Repeated infections like pneumonia, urinary tract infections, UTIs, skin infections, and even oral issues become more common as the immune system weakens. In many cases, these infections aren't just isolated incidents. They become persistent problems. When recovery from illnesses takes longer, or common infections don't heal as expected, it often signals that the body is struggling to defend itself. Antibiotics, which once worked swiftly, may not be as effective, and the person may need stronger medications or multiple rounds of treatment. This reduced response occurs because circulation slows and organ function declines, preventing the body from reacting to infections in the same way it once did. For family members, it can be challenging to witness this decline, especially when something that was once a minor health concern becomes a persistent issue. It's important to understand that these changes are a natural part of the process and should not be brushed aside. Instead, providing support and ensuring comfort during this phase can make a significant difference in maintaining quality of life. As the body approaches the final stages of life, changes in breathing and circulation are common and often signal that the body is slowing down. One of the most noticeable changes is irregular breathing patterns, where breaths may speed up or slow down unexpectedly. In some cases, individuals may experience Cheney-Stokes respiration, where breathing alternates between rapid, deep breaths and long pauses. While these changes can start off subtle, they become more pronounced over time. Weakened circulation is another key sign that the body is winding down. You may notice that extremities, such as hands, feet, and even the nose or ears, feel cold to the touch. The skin may take on a pale or bluish appearance, especially around the fingers and toes. This occurs as the body prioritizes blood flow to vital organs, reducing circulation to less critical areas. Shortness of breath is another common symptom. Simple tasks like sitting up, speaking, or even shifting positions can cause a person to feel winded. Those who once moved easily may now struggle to walk across the room. Fluid buildup in the lungs can also make breathing more difficult, often causing a persistent cough or gurgling sounds. For family members, these changes can be alarming. It's important to understand that these are often natural signs of the body's decline, and while they may not be reversible, comfort measures can help. Keeping the room cool, using a humidifier, and offering small sips of water can help ease discomfort and make the transition as peaceful as possible. When we are faced with the decline of a loved one, the natural instinct is often to try and fix everything, to fight against the inevitable. However, as people age and their bodies begin to wind down, there comes a point where the focus should shift away from attempting to prolong life and instead focus on ensuring comfort, dignity, and peace during their final months or weeks. In some cases, medications or oxygen therapy may provide temporary relief, but it's important to recognize when the focus must change. If you start to notice signs such as changes in breathing patterns, cold hands and feet, or a bluish tint to the skin, these are often indicators that the body is beginning to conserve energy and the circulation is slowing down. The body, at this stage, is not in a position to fight back as it once did. Rather than seeking to intervene medically, it becomes more important to create a peaceful environment where your loved one can feel secure and at ease. Creating such an environment may include ensuring their comfort and offering reassurance. Rather than pushing for more food or physical activity, it is essential to recognize that they may not have the energy to engage in these activities anymore. It is in these moments that the most valuable thing you can offer them is not a medical intervention, but your presence, compassion, and the knowledge that they are not alone. This acknowledgement of the body's natural progression provides the space for your loved one to have peace in their final stage of life. Reflecting on the signs that often emerge in the year leading up to an elderly person's passing, such as significant weight loss, extreme fatigue, cognitive decline, frequent infections, and changes in breathing or circulation, can help guide you through the challenging reality of their declining health. These signs are subtle at first and may not always be obvious. Often, they will appear one at a time or gradually over time. However, recognizing them early can help both the caregiver and the family to prepare emotionally and practically for what lies ahead. Weight loss, for instance, is a particularly telling sign. While it might seem like a normal part of aging, when unintentional weight loss occurs, it often indicates that the body is no longer efficiently absorbing nutrients. As the body slows down, it becomes harder to maintain muscle mass and process food properly, leading to the body's decline. For many families, seeing a loved one lose their appetite or stop eating regularly is one of the most distressing signs. However, at this stage, forcing food or meals is unlikely to be beneficial. Instead, it's crucial to offer easy-to-digest, comforting foods that help maintain hydration. Comfort and ease should take priority over trying to make them eat large amounts, which may feel overwhelming or impossible for them. Fatigue is another major sign that often accompanies this transition. As the body prepares for its final stages, energy levels deplete. Even simple tasks like getting out of bed or walking across a room become tiring and exhausting. The person may sleep more often and become less engaged in activities they once enjoyed. This constant fatigue can lead to emotional withdrawal as well, as they no longer have the energy for social interaction. It's important not to mistake this for laziness or a lack of desire to engage. Instead, it's a sign that their body is conserving energy. In these moments, providing rest and allowing them to retreat into their own world can be the most compassionate thing you can do. Cognitive decline also plays a key role during this time. You may notice your loved one becoming more forgetful, confused, or withdrawn. They may have difficulty following conversations or remembering details that were once second nature. Cognitive decline is part of the natural process of aging, but in the context of nearing the end of life, it can be more pronounced. Recognizing these signs early can help you offer patience, gentle encouragement, and support. Instead of forcing them to engage, focus on ensuring they feel safe, loved, and respected during this time. Frequent infections and slower healing times are also signs that the body is weakening. As the immune system diminishes, what once would have been a minor infection may now take longer to heal or become more frequent. It's important to recognize that while infections might become more common, they are often indicative of the body's declining ability to fight off illness. Instead of pushing for aggressive treatments, which may only extend suffering, the focus should be on maintaining comfort and easing any pain they may be feeling. Major changes in breathing or circulation can also signal that the body is preparing for its final stage. You might notice changes in their breathing patterns, slower, shallower breaths, or periods of irregular breathing. The body prioritizes vital organs, and as circulation weakens, extremities like hands, feet, and even the face may appear pale or bluish. Shortness of breath may also occur, even with minimal movement. These signs may cause concern, but it is important to recognize them as part of the natural process of dying. At this stage, what is needed most is comfort, not medical intervention. Ultimately, recognizing these signs early can help you approach this time with clarity and compassion. Rather than fearing the end, understanding the body's natural progression allows you to make your loved one's final stage of life as comfortable, peaceful, and meaningful as possible. Cherish the moments you have left together and focus on providing them with comfort, dignity, and love. Understanding that their body is naturally transitioning helps you find peace in knowing that their journey is part of a larger cycle of life. Recognizing the signs early allows you to provide better care, make thoughtful decisions, and ensure that your loved one's final months are filled with love and dignity. This is a time to cherish the moments, share stories, and show them that they are valued and not alone. If you've noticed these signs in someone close to you, take a deep breath and remember that you are not alone in this journey. Many families have walked this path before, and though it's never easy, knowing what to expect can help you find strength, patience, and peace. Facing these changes can feel overwhelming, but it's important to approach them with understanding and compassion. The love and support you offer in these times will not only bring comfort to your loved one, but will also help you navigate the emotional challenges ahead. Acknowledging the reality of the situation while staying connected and present can make all the difference. We hope today's video has provided valuable insights. If you'd like, please share a comment below with something you've learned and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us and inspire us to continue creating content that informs and encourages.